Welcome back to Caring for Care Trainer TV. Today we're diving into ground rules, something fundamental for every successful training session. Introduction to ground rules. Ground rules set the tone and create a shared understanding between you and your learners. They're the foundation of a well-organized session, helping minimize disruptions and keeping things on track. Unlike rules imposed by an instructor, ground rules are often co-created with the learners, making everyone feel more invested and encouraging positive participation. Why ground rules? Promote respect. Respect is key. By setting expectations to listen actively, not interrupt, and appreciate diverse viewpoints, we create a respectful space where everyone feels valued. Safe space for discussion. Ground rules also encourage open discussion, where everyone feels safe to share without judgment. Now, you might use something like, "There are no stupid questions," to promote curiosity and engagement. Effective time management. Time is valuable. Rules around punctuality, like returning from breaks on time, help respect everyone's time and keep sessions flowing smoothly. Encouraging participation. Ground rules help balance participation. Using a simple rule like step up, step back invites quieter voices to speak up and prevents anyone from dominating the conversation. Minimizing distractions. A rule like keeping phones on silent or only using devices for class activities keeps everyone focused. This makes sure learners can engage fully without interruptions. Setting ground rules with learners. Ground rules are best co-created with learners. Start by asking what they need to feel comfortable. For instance, let them suggest rules they think will help the session run smoothly. This builds a sense of ownership rather than passive recipients. You might list a few suggestions, but allow learners to contribute their ideas. Specific example, managing time with one clock. One of the most common ground rules revolves around time, and here's a tip. Decide which clock you're following, whether it's the room clock or a phone. Aligning on this detail ensures everyone comes back from breaks on time, avoiding delays. For example, if the session starts at 9 AM and there's a 15-minute break, state, "Let's follow the wall clock and break at 10:30 and be ready to start again at 10:45. Clear expectations help avoid confusion and keeps things moving. Let me know in the comments your experiences of ground rules and what benefits you've seen. Benefits of ground rules. For trainers, ground rules provide structure and reduce disruptions, allowing them to deliver content effectively and keep sessions on track. For learners, ground rules create a respectful, supportive environment where they feel comfortable participating and focusing on their learning. Very often, the first question you'll get asked as a trainer is, "What time do we finish?" In order to finish on time, or a bonus, ahead of time, this requires a commitment from both the trainer and the learner. The trainer, without rushing, will stick to time, and the learner, without causing delays due to lateness, will support the group to stick to time. Ground rules help to share this responsibility, and both parties' time is valued. Risks of skipping ground rules. On the flip side, if we skip ground rules, we may face frustrating issues. Without clear guidelines, learners may feel less responsible for their participation, leading to a quieter class or even disruptive behaviors. Increased disruptions and distractions. Without guidelines, learners may unknowingly disrupt others by having side conversations, using phones, or engaging in other distracting behaviors, reducing focus and learning effectiveness for the group. Potential for conflicts and misunderstanding. Ground rules clarify expectations for respectful interactions. Without them, differences in communication styles and opinions could lead to conflicts, making the environment tense and less conducive to learning. Lower participation and engagement. Learners may feel uncertain or hesitant to participate if they're unsure of the classroom dynamics. This hesitancy can lead to a quieter class with less sharing, diminishing the richness of discussions and limiting the exchange of ideas. Lack of accountability and responsibility. In the absence of agreed upon norms, learners may feel less responsible for their participation and engagement, leading to passive or even disruptive behavior. This can make it harder to maintain order and ensure that everyone is benefiting. Reduce coherence and trust. Ground rules help build a sense of community by creating shared expectations. Without them, learners may feel isolated or uncomfortable, reducing trust among the group and inhibiting open, honest communication. Poor time management. Without guidelines on punctuality and focus, classes can run off schedule, causing frustration for both the trainer and the learner. This lack of structure can lead to rushed content delivery or missing out on important discussions. Tips for reinforcing ground rules. Remind and reframe. If learners stray from the rules, give a gentle reminder. For example, just a reminder, let's keep phones away so we can all stay engaged. Framing it positively keeps it friendly. Model the behavior. Show you're following the ground rules too, whether it's returning from breaks on time or listening respectfully. Use positive reinforcement. Acknowledging when someone follows the rules, saying, "Thanks for letting Alex finish," reinforces respect in the session. Ask for input if problems persist. If issues keep popping up, ask the group how they'd like to proceed. This reestablishes commitment and encourages accountability. Be consistent and fair. Stick to the rules fairly across the board so everyone takes them seriously. And let me know in the comments below if I've missed any tips that you found helpful in your experience. Why ground rules are essential. Ground rules aren't just guidelines, they're the building blocks of positive learning environments. By setting clear expectations, especially around respect and time management, you'll find that your sessions run more smoothly and learners stay engaged. Thanks for joining us today on Caring for Care Training TV. Before you go, please like, subscribe, and share if you found this helpful. As always, if you have any topics you'd like us to cover or supportive comments to help other trainers, please drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.